Welcome back. How are things feeling since your last visit? Oh, that's good. That's good. So we've got this Queen of Swords, Five of Cups mentality going on with the Madonna Lily, the spiritual superiority. Now, if this doesn't make sense, check the other video out, which is the symptoms one. This is part 2. So we've got a spiritual or psychic vampire who actually you're giving too much to them. They're taking it from you and telling you it's not enough. Very narky poos. Then we've got Pluto. Now Pluto is just about to do something that it's never done before, which is its third pass, and it's just about to go back into Aquarius. We're completely leaving Pisces behind. Now, Advocate inspires you to put compassion into action, but you are a warrior, and look at what you're fighting. Okay, so I'm going to put that on that side. Warrior and avocado there. Let's see what we can't find out. These people are stomping on your dreams. They're blood sucking. You know, they're almost encouraging you not to dream. It's the dream thieves. Hope, trying to destroy any kind of hope or any kind of light. Let's call it a Libra Scorpio tag team, because actually in the old constellations, Libra was part of Scorpio, or they were joined. They are still joined, aren't they? One of Scorpio's claws goes into Libra, doesn't it? I don't want to go all Maseroth on you, but yeah, check it out. So let's have a little look-see. May I just say you are looking much better. Tower. I was really rather worried. I didn't think you'd make it. Oh. So you're walking away from something. So King of Wands, are you slightly Sagittarius maybe? Walking away from this toxicity. I ain't doing that no more. No more, that's me. Whatever it is, you're big enough on your far sides, because you've been thinking about this long enough now. It's time to do something about it. Yeah. Bit of action. There you go. There you go. Because you will succeed. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. There you go. Wands. It's all about movement and action. And you've got this 8 of Cups surrounded. It's bolstered by wands here. Yeah. Okay. So what about this nightmare? I mean, the nightmare is going to be, when this comes down, it's going to be at the very centre of now, let's just talk about patchwork quilts, shall we? I used to know somebody who used to make patchwork quilts. There's a technique. It's easy to put 6-sided things together, hexagons. And if you look into the Amish, near Lancaster County in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken, that's sort of where the word hex it was repopularised, where it came from. Often they're not in squares like that. You can have hexagons or squares or what have you. But to sew hex into fabric, because obviously people did it all by hand. A lot of times they machine it now, but to each make, you have lots of hexagons turning into great big flowers. Big flowers. Then you put it together with bordering, and you can sow an awful lot of anger and an awful lot of hate into a patchwork quilt. An awful lot of that, because somebody like a Queen of Swords, who's stabbing that fabric in. And there's an awful lot of jealousy you could sew into a patchwork quilt. And then what do you do with that patchwork quilt? Here's your 21st birthday present. Put it on your bed. Go on, put it on your bed. Family heirloom, guilt trip. You put it on your bed. So you're sleeping under this thing. This is your sanctuary. This is where you dream. And that patchwork quilt is soaking up all your dreams because you're covering yourself with someone else's jealousy as you sleep. We had the whole thing, didn't we, about dream thieves. I'll read it again afterwards. I know that when I threw that patchwork quilt away, I slept so much better. Because that's where you go to sleep. But it's where you're covering yourself with all that jealousy. How many thousands of times did that fabric get pierced by the Queen of Swords, sowing hate and control into something that you, because it's fabric, you think it's soft. No, it's full of poison. Full of poison. Possibly, you know. The cards are coming out to support it, aren't they? There you go. Third deck in Scorpio, confusion. Just nightmare and confusion. So if an old woman you don't know very well gives you a patchwork quilt, burn it. Don't even give it to charity, burn it if you don't trust their motives. There you go, look, if you don't trust their motives. But you moved it on. Yeah. Don't give it to the homeless charity, they've got enough problems. They don't want all that toxicity. There we go. You bring it to an end. Because you've King of Swords. She's a Queen of Swords. And I don't mean anything in gender politics of this, but you know, if you're looking at sort of like Prime Minister or President, Vice President, she thought she was the President. She got too big for boots, but you came along, you shape-shifted and came in behind her. Go, actually, get off my throne. I'm going to, I don't mean it's a power struggle like that, but you go, no, actually, you're giving off the impression that you're top dog around here, but you're not. I'm taking my power back. Get off. Step aside. And take your flying monkeys with you. I think. Maybe. So if anybody wants to look into this, you've got something to do on Pluto, something to do on that. Maybe even look into the Madonna Lily. I'm going to read that again. But then I'm going to let's read about this. Dreamer. Just as a recap about what you need to focus on. The Madonna Lily, number 25. There you go. So it's somebody who's trying to impose their spiritual superiority. It could be generational sort of superiority. Too much righteousness, too much judgment, imperiousness. They want to feel in charge, their ego's out of control. They have the personality of a disapproving mother superior. So the antidote, it's very human to judge and feel superior to others, but it's the opposite to what the soul feels. Ironically, feeling more spiritually advanced than others highlights lower vibrational thoughts. You see, I quite like religion, I just don't like religious people. I like spiritual people because it's a bit more real. You know, it's freer than that structure. There you go. And religious people are so damn pious, and if it's not in the book, it's not in the book. Well, there's an awful lot going on in the world now that isn't in the book. You know? There you go. You just have to, but then they start throwing sort of like lines at you. It's almost like lines from a movie at you, and you go, yeah. But it's almost like birds of a feather flock together, and you go, well, opposites attract. Well, what do you want to back it up with here? And people will come out with a bit from the Bible to back up anything that they want to prove. So you've got to be just as biblically aware to counter it with, oh, well, no. And that's what they prey on, I think. Don't you throw your bibbles at me. I know what I believe, and I know what I see, and I know I can watch people's behaviour, and I don't like the way that religious is used as spiritual blackmail. I think it's wrong. Anyway, the soul knows that we are all equal, that each soul is whole and complete and is a bright shining light, and has chosen to experience life in human form on earth for a while. We're all just trying to do our best in this challenging earth school. An empowered Madonna Lily helps people feel good about themselves, no matter what stage of the evolutionary journey they're on. There you go. Advocate. A warrior advocate against the poisonous side of the Madonna Lily. There you go. Now let's just read out this dreamer thing from here again. This is the Hieronymus Bosch deck. The eyes on the frog there. Okay. Giving a bit of French. A young man is asleep in his bed, covered by fine fabric. Oh, fine fabric. Hello. Love this. His hand is crooked against his face, indicating his sleep is filled with thoughtful dreams. Underneath the covers, a frog is peeking out. This symbolises sexuality and fertility. The man's dreams are likely to be neurotic. Humans spend much of their lives sleeping, yet it is poorly represented in the classic tarot. So many of our psychic visions or inspirations come via dreams. This card celebrates those dreamy visions of future events. It's almost Neptunian now. In favourable cases, this card is less about rest and more about unexpected inspiration. The dreamer, the card, may indicate someone with a grand vision, such as an entrepreneur or inventor, someone who sees a different version of the future and can make their dream a reality. Well, that is Aquarius all over, isn't it? And here we have Pluto just about to go into the age of Aquarius. Is it next week or the week after? On the 19th. So to have the star card with Pluto, this is actually all the ingredients, all the symptoms are here for a very, very speedy and complete recovery, I think. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Pack all this crap up, put my crystals back out. Take good care.